reeling, the NFL world in disbelief, and the entire Cowboys organization facing a new chapter they never expected would arrive this soon. Yes, you heard it right. The Dallas Cowboys have just announced a stunning, completely unexpected departure that's sending shockwaves across the entire league, and fans everywhere are struggling to come to terms with what it all means. Whether you're a lifelong Cowboys fan, a casual NFL viewer, or just someone who thrives on the drama of the league, today's news is the kind that you don't see coming, and once it hits, it shakes everything to its core. This isn't just another offseason trade or a minor roster adjustment. This is the kind of move that defines a season before it even begins. The kind of twist that rewrites expectations, alters trajectories, and redefines the very identity of a team that carries so much legacy. Sure, and attention year after year. Let's break this down, piece by piece, because there's a lot to unpack and you deserve the full story, from the behind-the-scenes whispers that started circulating just days ago, to the official statement dropped earlier this morning, to the wave of reactions now flooding in from analysts, former players, media outlets, and fans all across social media. The Dallas Cowboys have confirmed the unexpected departure of one of the most critical and beloved figures within their organization, someone whose presence has not only shaped the team's performance on the field but also embodied its spirit off it, and it's safe to say, no one saw this coming. The timing? Alarming. The execution? Sudden. The impact? Absolutely massive. This announcement didn't come with weeks of build-up or a farewell tour. It didn't come wrapped in cryptic social media posts or hints from insiders. It hit like a lightning bolt, an immediate, clean-cut shocker that left everyone asking the same question: why now? And more importantly, what happens next? As the news broke, fans were glued to their phones, televisions, podcasts, anywhere they could find clarity, information, or even just emotional support. Because this departure isn't just professional, it's personal. For so many Cowboys fans, this figure, whether a veteran player, a coordinator, or a central locker room leader, represented hope, stability, and a bridge to what they believed could finally be the team's return to glory. The Cowboys haven't made it to the NFC Championship since the 90s, and while they've built competitive rosters and made playoff appearances, every year seems to end with heartbreak and questions. This latest departure only adds to that uncertainty and could very well reshape how the 2025 season plays out. When the front office made the announcement, they framed it as a mutual decision that was made in the best interest of both parties moving forward. But let's be honest, those are the kind of phrases that raise more eyebrows than they settle. In the world of professional sports, mutual departures often mask deeper issues: disagreements with coaching philosophy, clashes in the locker room, frustration over contracts, or even personal challenges off the field. And right now, all we have are theories, leaked hints, and stunned reactions. Already, rumors are swirling that tensions had been brewing for months behind closed doors. Some insiders claim that during training camp, there were visible signs of frustration. Others point to subtle changes in body language, tone, and energy during interviews. A few say they're not surprised at all, suggesting that if you read between the lines of recent press conferences or looked at certain off-season decisions, you could sense that something was coming. That something just didn't feel right. But still, very few imagined it would come to this. Social media, of course, exploded within minutes. X is a war zone right now, with fans split between heartbreak, anger, and speculation. Long threads are dissecting every previous interview, every past Instagram post, every press comment from coaches and teammates. TikTok creators are already piecing together timelines and proof that this move had been in the works, while YouTube and podcast hosts are scrambling to adjust their shows to cover what is now undoubtedly the biggest NFL storyline of the week. And the emotional toll is real. This isn't just about football strategy, it's about identity. For younger fans especially, this departure marks the end of an era. We're talking about someone who wasn't just a name on a jersey, but a leader on and off the field. Maybe they were the face of the offense, maybe the soul of the defense, maybe a player who consistently gave 110% regardless of the score, and maybe even someone who was never the loudest but always earned the respect of everyone in that locker room. Their jersey sales were through the roof. Their charity work made headlines. Their influence in the community was genuine, not just PR. And now they're gone. Poof. Just like that. And while the official line says they're parting ways, fans are struggling to find peace with that wording. Many feel blindsided. Others feel betrayed. Some are even saying they'll stop watching the Cowboys this season not because they're no longer fans, but because the emotional hit of losing such a core figure is just too raw right now. And what does this mean for the rest of the team? The locker room will absolutely feel this. You don't lose someone this important without it affecting chemistry, morale, and even play execution. The young players who looked up to them? They just lost a mentor. The veterans who stood beside them on the front lines? They just lost a brother. The coaches? They now have to recalibrate their plans, their rotations, maybe even their leadership hierarchy. And let's not even get started on the front office. You can bet Jerry Jones is going to be asked about this move every single week until the season ends, and depending on how the team performs, this decision could become the defining narrative of the year. Win games, and it'll be seen as bold, maybe even genius. Lose games, and fans will be calling it the worst mistake of the Jones era. It's that big. It's that impactful. And with preseason games just around the corner and week 1 fast approaching, the Cowboys don't have the luxury of time. They need to regroup, reset, and refocus immediately if they want to salvage the momentum they had going into the season. Because make no mistake, this move has disrupted everything. The media, of course, is already analyzing every angle. SportsCenter is running it as their top story. ESPN has gone full roundtable mode. FS1's debate shows are spinning up the drama and asking the hard questions. Was this departure a long time coming? Did the Cowboys make a mistake? Can they recover? And everyone has an opinion. Former players are chiming in too. Some are expressing shock and solidarity. Others are suggesting they saw the signs. One even hinted that the culture inside the Cowboys organization has been shifting in ways that the public doesn't always see, that behind the polished interviews and flashy media days, there are real tensions that can't be ignored. And this departure might just be the first domino in a larger unraveling. Fans are now wondering who's next. Will other players follow? Are we about to see a mass exodus or a complete rebuild? Or is this just a one-time shock that the team will quickly overcome? Only time will tell, but one thing's clear, the 2025 Cowboys season just got a whole lot more complicated. And we haven't even played the first snap yet. For now, fans are left with more questions than answers, more emotion than clarity, and more anxiety than excitement. They're refreshing social feeds every 5 minutes, hoping for updates. They're calling into radio shows, posting heartfelt tributes, digging up old highlights to remember the good times. Because as sudden as this departure is, it's also deeply personal. The Cowboys aren't just a team, they're a part of people's lives. Sundays are sacred. Jerseys are worn with pride. Memories are built around moments on that field. And when a key piece of that identity walks away or is forced to walk away, it hurts. It stings. It creates a wound that takes time to heal. So where do the Cowboys go from here? Can they rally together and turn this moment of crisis into a story of resilience? Will a new leader step up, fill the void, and guide this team through the storm? Or will this be remembered as the season that could have been derailed by one shocking decision no one saw coming? That's what we'll be watching every single week, with every snap, every touchdown, every press conference. Because now, the stakes are higher. The emotions are raw. And the journey just got a whole lot more intense. Stay tuned, because if today is any indication, this Cowboy season is going to be one wild, emotional ride. And we'll be here to cover every twist, every triumph, and every heartbreak with you.